Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to my couch. Today, we're going to be going over the Nashville Number System, what it is, how it works, and how you can use it to play in any key without memorizing a whole bunch of different chord shapes. If you've ever struggled switching keys quickly, or you've wondered how professional musicians seem to always play perfectly, this system will change the way you think about the guitar. And don't worry, I'm going to keep it super simple so that you can start using it right now. I'm even going to give you a cheat sheet at the end of this video that can help you in a hurry. So what exactly is the Nashville Number System? Well, instead of writing out chords using letters like C, G, A minor, and F, we can use numbers to represent them instead. You would do this to make it easier to play guitar in any key without memorizing a whole bunch of different chord shapes. Think of it this way. Every major key has 7 chords built by the major scale. You would simply number them 1 through 7 based upon their order in the scale. Let's look at the key of C major as an example. The C major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Now instead of writing them out as chords, we would label them like this. C major is 1, D minor, 2, E minor, 3, F, 4, G, 5, A minor, 6, and then B diminished would be 7. Notice that the 1, 4, and 5 chords are all major, while 2, 3, and 6 are all minor, and 7 is diminished. This is the same in every single key. This pattern never changes. So instead of memorizing individual chord names for each key, you just memorize the pattern and you shift it to whatever key you're playing in. So here's why this system is so powerful. Let's say that somebody calls out a chord progression of 1, 5, 6, 4. If we're playing in the key of C major, that would be C, G, A minor, and F. But if you're at a gig or you're on the spot and the singer says, actually C is too low for me, could we play it in G instead? The chord progression would still be 1, 5, 6, 4, but we're just going to shift everything to the G major scale. So instead of C, G, A minor, and F, in G it would be G, D, E minor, C. It's still a 1, 5, 6, 4 progression, you're just playing it in a different key. So there you go, you just transposed your first song without looking up any new chord shapes. This is why professional musicians, specifically in Nashville, use the number system. It makes changing keys and learning new songs so much faster. So instead of thinking in chord names, you think in relationships between the chords, which means that you can adapt to any key really fast. So let's say now you're in a different key and you need to figure out your numbers. Here's a quick cheat code to do it fast. Start with the major scale of the key that you're playing in. So for this example, let's look at the G major scale. The G major scale is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So use the same numbering pattern. So 1 would be G, 2 would be A, 3 would be B, 4 would be C, 5 would be D, 6 would be E, and then 7 would be F sharp or F sharp diminished. So now if someone were to call out a 2, 5, 1 progression in G, you would know that that's A minor, D, G based on the scale we just went over. So let's take a super common song structure. That would be 1, 5, 6, 4. This progression is in a ton of popular music from worship, country, pop, rock. Whatever it is, the 1, 5, 6, 4 progression is a go-to progression for most genres. So in the key of C, that would be C, G, A minor, F. In the key of G, that would be G, D, E minor, C. Do you see what's happening? The numbers stay the same, but the chords change to match the key of the song that we're playing in. This means that once you learn a progression in numbers, you can play it in any key instantly. And this is exactly how musicians at a pro level might communicate. They just use numbers, so they don't have to worry about keys on the fly. Alright, so that's the basics of the Nashville Number System. If this made any sense to you, please let me know in the comments. And just like I promised at the very beginning of the video, here's a quick cheat sheet that you can use on the fly. Just pause this video and screenshot this graphic. So hit that like button, subscribe to see more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.